You're watching Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa. Ladies Room Millennials is a platform to highlight courageous, brilliant, and high-achieving millennial women. And I have two amazing guests. I have Diamond Tyler, which you're going to meet later, and we also have Lauren Ashli. They're both in the entertainment world. One is a correspondent, and the other one is a radio personality. We have Lauren Ashli, correspondent with Rolling Out magazine, also a dancer with Stilettos with Lauren Ashli. Make sure you check her out. And then we also have Diamond Tyler. She's a radio personality with 97.9 Jams. And she also owns a company called Women on Air. Don't you have an event coming up?
I do. March 24th.
Okay. Where is it? Montgomery, Alabama?
It's the second brunch. You were at the first one.
Yeah.
That's how we met. But the second one is on Saturday, March 24th, which is the first Saturday of spring. So hopefully it's great weather. Yeah, there's going to be wine and, food and stuff like that.
That food was so good last time.
Yeah.
It was so good. Okay, I like to eat. And that food was so good. I smashed it. And I was like, okay, I can't ask for any more. And it was fun. I didn't come there to eat. I came for good conversation, to network, to meet people. And, I actually got that out. But the food was good. So you can catch some good wine, some good drink, some good food, good conversation. What else? DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
We like that.
This time, the first time I'm learning about business. The first time is sort of kind of completely out of my pocket. This time around, I have sponsors involved and stuff like that. So I have people that really believe in women on the air, so that have helped me.
So tell me, tell Lauren, as well as our audience, how they can get tickets, more information about attending the event or attending other events for you.
Okay, well, I have a website. It's womenonair.org, and there you can find the brunch ticket purchase, your RSVP. It's actually in the link of the bio of every page I have. So you can go to Women on Air on Instagram, go to For Women on Air on Twitter. We also have a Facebook page, or you can just link on my page at Diamond Tyler.
Okay, we like that. Yeah. So I want to dive into how has social media helped your career progress? And how has social media helped your career progress? And how do you use social media to kind of help your career progress?
Well,
okay. Let's just talk.
Well, for one, I think it was my junior year of college where I realized that social media can be used for more than just posting your life. So I started my social media over, and from there, I just started posting content. At that time, I was really big on being a brand ambassador for companies. So I had a couple of partnerships, and then I started just posting for companies that I was interested in, just tagging them. I tell people you have to fake it till you make it sometimes, and so that's kind of what I did. I was just tagging, doing these inspirational posts, trying to figure out really what my aesthetic was for my Instagram.
And who was going to bite?
Who was going to buy it,
okay.
Who my target audience was. And once I figured that out and kind of focused in a little bit more on what it is that I wanted to do with my career. I mean, of course, I was still in college, so I didn't really know, but I had an idea. And so once I figured that out, I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is my audience. And then from there, things just kind of started picking up. And I was like, okay, my followers love videos, let me post more videos. My followers love seeing me at events, let me post pictures at events. And just kind of from there, I just started getting inquiries about bookings and people asking about dance or just
like that.
Social media is an amazing platform, and I think once you master, you really, really master how to use it, you can really advance your career. People have careers that are based off of social media.
So many influencers get
oh my gosh, they get paid. I've done the research and I've seen the numbers. I'm like, dang, am I pursuing the right thing? Should I just pursue social media? But I mean, careers really.
But I feel like you are pursuing social media, but you're making it
in an aspect, not necessarily for my media entertainment stuff, but for Stilettos especially, advertisement. Like I said, I'm in partnership with a lot of brands that I represent. So in that aspect, yes, career social media helps with that. That's money made from social media.
Well, if you don't mind talking about it, what are some of the brands that you represent?
Yes.
Let's talk about some of the brands that Stilettos represent, as well as any brands that you represent, since you do have a platform of Rolling Out.
Yeah, so outside of the media stuff, I'm a brand ambassador for these lashes that I'm wearing.
Oh, nice.
The Lash Queens. They're amazing. Sandy Springs. I represent this Christian, I guess, clothing brand, I guess you could say, called Royally Refined.
I seen you doing a photo shoot with that.
Love them.
Okay.
I worked with Ace of Gold Boutique. We kind of did like a collaboration with their shoe brand and my stilettos class to promote their heels. So just like different brands. I love promoting small businesses because, you know, a lot of times small businesses get overlooked. So
Yeah. And they also don't have that big marketing budget.
Exactly.
But they do have something.
Exactly.
So don't overlook them, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So, you know, I understand the struggle. I understand coming up from like having less than 1,000 followers to having, you know, I have 14K right now. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but social media is definitely beneficial. Once you figure out how to use it, pay attention to those analytics and like who your followers are, what time to post. Social media will help you.
I like it. I like it. So do you feel like you have like the same, different story?
Well,
like
I do think that social media has helped me, but I will play devil's advocate. I try to stay away from it to a certain extent. Like if you were to follow me, you would only see radio stuff. You don't see too much personal stuff on my end, but I do also show the struggle that I am still dealing with. It's crazy. Like this industry is what's the word?
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. So social media does help, but it can get in the way, and I have experienced that because people have a perception of you based off of your social media. But when you meet them in person, it's like, I'm here about business, and they're like, oh well, what about the post you posted? I'm like, look, no. So social media is helped more than it's hurt, but it's definitely.
You're
see
still
both
finding
sides.
that fine line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like you have this thing that you do is daily deposits with diamonds?
Yeah, daily
do you
diamond
feel like
deposits.
daily diamond deposits? Sorry,
Yeah,
I got
so
all
cute.
those.
Thank you.
So is that like your outlet?
It is, and I'm glad that you brought that up because I always thought like, okay, well, if I open up a little bit, will people receive it as that? But it's definitely because I see people down my timeline, and I'm like, well. Seems like this person over here is going through the same thing I'm kind of going through.
Right.
But I think people think because they see your pretty pictures or they don't think you go through what they go through. So I post a lot, and I also, you know, that's something I do every day is I do daily diamond deposit on the radio. And I've had people DM me, it's like, you know, I really like what you said, that really inspired me. And I'm just like, oh, we should keep us going. So, yeah, it's an outlet for me.
So what was like the highlight moment from daily diamond deposit? What was one that kind of really resonated with you with the response that you got?
The last one I posted, I was talking about how people would try to water you down just because maybe they're not where you are, and they would try to water you down. I think we've all had people, you know, you could have the greatest accomplishment, and then you have that one person that's just like, well, you know,
you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Or you should do it this way.
Yeah, so I spoke on that this previous week, and just telling people, you know, go for what you want. You know, you do you how you do it best. You know what I'm saying? There's only one of you. So, you know, don't let people water you down or, you know, try to say you're doing less than what you're doing because everybody works at their own pace.
Well, I definitely think you have found a way to open up. It may be a little bit different, but you have found a way.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on commercial break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa. We have Lauren Ashli and Diamond Tyler. So let's just jump right back into using social media to help promote your platforms, you know. I've been using social media for a while. I've used social media, and then I recreate different social media pages. So I can really understand with you when you're saying, okay, I recreated the social media page, and then I started over to really tap into like what I'm doing.
Right.
That's something that I'm doing currently right now to try to find out who are my followers?
Yeah.
What do they want to see in me? Why are they following me? What light can I shine into their life?
Right.
And I'm still figuring that out.
Yeah.
So you had some great things that I definitely could follow, and I'm pretty sure anybody else that is looking at this video and looking to be an influencer could follow. But then I also agree with you, Diamond Tyler, where kind of social media can kind of not so much get in the way, because I didn't take that from you, but just sometimes it could just kind of like, how much do I want to open up, and how much should I like close up? And I've always kind of been that way, you know. But I do think if you open up about the struggles that you're facing pertaining to what you are actually pursuing, I think that's when it kind of opens up for you. I don't know why I'm struggling with a simple word right now, but that's when it kind of opened up for you, you know. And I have social media pages that I work on. I started my first company in 2014, which is Ladies Room Live. Then I did Ladies Room Millennials, and Ladies Room Live was solely off of social media. That's how I promoted for it. I didn't spend any advertisement, marketing money, or even had a budget to do it. I strictly used social media, and I found that 15% of the people that came to my event, I knew. The other people I did not know, and I used only social media platforms. I used Hootsuite, I used MailChimp, I used Twitter, I used Facebook, I used Instagram, and I had 300 women attend that event, and I only knew 15%. So social media can definitely work. Now, finding ways to make social media work for you, you got to find influencers like Lauren Ashli and Diamond Tyler to kind of help you drive into that. I'm still learning, and I think we're all still learning as well.
Yeah, I definitely think it's social media should be something that if you really want to be good at it, I mean, some people, you know, they just want to post their life, which is cool. But if you do want to be good at it, you have to take time. It's a skill. Like you said, there are different apps like Hootsuite and MailChimp that you can use to help you enhance your social media following, just connect to your followers. But one thing that I learned is that your followers love posts that have calls to action. So it's like, you know, you're posting something, but then it's like, tell me what you think, or like, you know, what's your opinion on this?
Were you
or
talking
like,
to them?
Exactly, because nobody likes to feel like they're talking to a poster or a photo. Like they want to be involved, and like thankfully now we have IG Live and Snapchat, and
so
you know,
they like
all
the connection, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, you can post photos of your brand, of what you're doing, but it's like, get on IG Live, get on your Insta story, and really talk to the people that follow you so that they can feel like, you know, they can relate. And, you know, I get people DMing me all the time. I do more talking on Snapchat than Instagram, just because it's just two different platforms. I've kind of figured out my followers. But on Snapchat, like, I'm
Plus
always
they're spoiled. So
Yeah.
these people want you to talk, and these people just kind of want to see.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And so, like on Snapchat, I'm always getting DMs about like, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing this scripture, or thank you for talking about like this struggle or whatever, because I really need to hear like, oh my gosh, like I'm in school about to graduate. Can you give me some advice on X, Y, Z? And I'm just like, yes, like people love those calls to actions. They love to hear what you have to say. That's why people love blogs and YouTube so much. You know? People are so into hearing what other people have to say. So I think that's one thing that definitely helps your followers just kind of get in tune with you and eventually hit that follow button. So
Okay. We love that follow button.
yeah. So
Do you ever get people that click that follow button and you go and you look at theirs and it's like, oh my God, I just met somebody that I actually I want to connect with. So let
all
me
the time.
follow back.
All the time. I shoot DMs. Like people feel like I don't send people. I send DMs. Like I send emails. Like if I see somebody that I can like her page, I just followed her today, but I was scrolling. I was like, girl, you're bomb. Like I would DM her, be like, hey, you know, are you in Atlanta? We should link up. Let's have brunch. I think networking is like the biggest way to really get out there, meet people, get jobs. You know, like resumes are good. You know, building your resumes are good. But once you have those connections and relationships with people, that's when it becomes personal, and then that's when you can really kind of secure your spot in like an industry that you really want to work in.
All right. Well, Lauren actually is dropping the gems today.
Taking notes.
Yeah. I mean,
Taking notes.
yeah.
All right. And we're going to go on commercial break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa. We have Lauren Ashli and Diamond Tyler joining us today, and we're going right into one of my favorite topics, trending topics. So I just wanted to update you guys on a story that I covered episode 2, and that was a story of Erica. I contacted Erica on Facebook. We found her story on today.com, and it was of that blow dryer torch. Basically, when I reached out to her, I sent her a nice little message, and she responded back so nicely, letting me know that she was safe, and that she's so happy that our 5-year-old daughter wasn't in the room when she, put this crazy torch up. She also let me know that the U.S. Product and Safety Division contacted her too, and she was able to give the product over to them for testing, and also that Amazon is no longer selling any oral quart products. So just to update you guys, if you didn't see the video, here's the video right here. Crazy. That's crazy.
Honestly, it's fire. I'm terrified of fire. So
I would have went crazy. I mean, did she put it to her head like before?
She says she didn't, but she did get like burns to her hand, which
she
is
was
crazy.
just holding it, looking at it. Like, honestly, I probably would have dropped it. When I saw the smoke, I probably would have dropped it. And then the fire.
It would have created a house fire.
Just dropped it and ran. We use blow dryers every day. I couldn't imagine if that was me. I'm glad she's okay.
I don't even think when I use a blow dryer. I just like plug it up, push that little red button, cut that thing on, and just
honestly,
get to it.
That's not the first time I heard of like a malfunction of a product that we use every day. Like, my mom was telling me about some headphones that caught on fire in a girl's ear. Her Apple product got caught in her ear. And I'm just like, well,
do I stop using them?
And which we're not. And then like there's another story of like a girl, she was charging her phone. I've heard about this. She was charging her phone at night, and while she was asleep, the phone exploded.
That was the Samsung Galaxy, right? It was like the 7 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I remember one time when I went on an airplane before, they were basically saying like, turn off your phone, because it was around the time with the Galaxy, and it had to do with them exploding, and they just didn't want something like that.
No,
so they made sure everyone's phone was like turned off, and it was like one of those extra things that they went on the little monitor, telling people. More extra than they usually do when they say cut off your phone.
iPhones have it now. Well, not now, but I just realized I charge my phone so much. I think I left it on charging for like X amount of hours, and you get this alert on iPhones now where it says your phone is too hot, unplug.
Really?
Yeah, my phone was so hot. Like when I touched it, it was hot, like it was on the stove. So you do get an alert with iPhones. It'll say your phone is too hot! Exclamation! Unplug from all outlets.
How many hours? Because I mean, I leave my phone plugged up overnight.
Well, at that point, I think it was overnight.
Plus,
it was plus. I had it on there for a minute.
my phone never stays on the charger.
Yeah, my phone was on the charger.
It never stays on the charger, so I can't.
You can't relate.
I can't relate to that story at all. Like, my phone is in the red zone right now. Like, but that's just really crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that Amazon is not selling this product. I'm happy that Erica. I'm happy that you're safe. I'm happy that your daughter is safe, because the story could have definitely went left. Definitely went left, and it could have been a whole totally different situation. But anyways, it's getting hot in Atlanta. It's getting hot in a lot of other places, and we're starting to eat our watermelon. Well, I love watermelon. Well, anyways, there's this lady. She bought this watermelon from the grocery store, and I so happened to stumble across this YouTube video. And she cut the watermelon in half, as she says. She bit a piece, tastes a little weird. She started to examine it, and watch this video right here.
We'll show you how the watermelon is full. To a family member, you can look at this watermelon, how it is full. Okay? Just keep looking. Keep looking how it is full. Okay? So how they are fooling you with the watermelon. It is just full in. Okay? So that's the fold of the watermelon. It's not real watermelon. That's it right there. Okay? Now, if I fold it back, there you get it. Okay?
So disgusting.
Disgusting.
You know how like when you eat watermelon, you can and you start to break it.
Yeah.
Your handprint and it's gonna start breaking up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird for her to be able to unroll.
What was that? Like,
Honestly, it makes me think back. You know how they say like a lot of food products now like aren't even real. Like they're not even processed, but it's like I've heard like some form of plastic. And that's what it reminded me of. I'm just like, what are we eating? Like, what are they putting in this food? It's just like, are farmers being lazy? Are they speeding up the process of like?
Do you think it's just the farmers, or do you think it's also like the government? Because
I'm not much of a
that's another story, huh?
Yeah, I'm not into like the conspiracy theories, but I do think government, they have their hands and stuff. But I do think with that, I know that with farmers and stuff, they find it cheaper to like put hormones in like clone foods. They do that, so that might
all
have
the
been
GMOs.
that might have been like a clone product with just fabricated whatever. Maybe had some artificial tasting of the watermelon.
There's so many documentaries on Netflix about the food that we eat.
Yep, and I don't watch them.
You know, I've watched a couple of them.
I just don't want to know what my like. I eat so much, and I just love food. Like you said, you love food. I love food. I love to eat, and
You don't want to ruin your experience.
I don't like the documentary about McDonald's or something like that, or something like that. That everybody's seen that they showed in school. I saw bits and pieces of it. I mean, I don't eat fast food like that, anyways, but I just don't want to see how animals are being cut up, and it's I love meat way too much.
Well, the documentaries that I saw actually wasn't on like animals per se, but I saw a couple documentaries about the GMOs in food and about how it's causing cancers and different things that happen in our bodies. And I don't think our bodies were ever made to actually have to digest products that are not natural.
I mean, if you think about it, like in the centuries ago, you know, people are eating natural food. They're having to grow their food, so everything is fresh. Everything is like new, like nothing is processed.
Yeah.
So,
The lack of disease and spreading and everything. Well, anyways, let's just roll on to the next since we were talking about watermelon. So NYU, they're kind of in trouble, and they apologized for celebrating Black History Month in the way that they felt that they needed to. So let me just tell you the story. So Black History Month is going on all February long. The cafeteria at NYU, they decided to celebrate in the way that they decided to. So they served fried chicken, collard greens, smashed yams, cornbread, and then for drinks, they had watermelon water, and then they also had Kool-Aid.
Wow. So many things I'm thinking about.
Okay, so there was an NY student. Her name is Nia Harrison. She was like, oh my God, what's going on? Who's responsible for this? She went straight to the cooks in the back that were Black, and she was like, hey, who's responsible for putting this on? She found out that it was the Black cooks. So then she was like, I'm not with this. She went to the deans, then she went to a Black student union that she's a part of, and she made it this big issue, and NYU came back and they apologized for it.
I think that
I'm just throwing this in your lap.
I see I see where they were trying to go with it, but you know, like you said, sensitive America, sensitive Black America. I mean,
is this something that you would be sensitive to? Like, just experience it. You being little Miss Nia, walking into school, seeing this.
I don't know if maybe I would be as alert as she was about it, honestly. But, you know, it's, I don't know.
It's kind of like, I'm on both sides. I mean, because in one aspect, I mean, if you're Black, you know, the cooks are Black. It is
the culture.
It is, but at the same time, you know, it's not at HBCU. So I'm just like, okay, if this happened at HBCU, it would be such a problem.
Right. I don't think it would be.
And I don't know if it would be either. I mean, of course, no, if that was me, I'd probably walk into the cafeteria and I would think, okay, this is funny, or make some jokes with your friends, like, is this kind of racist? I don't know, but I'm gonna still eat it, type of thing. I don't know if I would have gone that far, but I think it just depends on the person. Some people are, very pro-black.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that their people are represented the right way, and our culture it's not a mockery. They don't want it made fun of. So I don't know.
And was it done out of mockery, or was it because it is culture? It is our culture. I can't speak for the whole entire culture, but
you can speak because you're of the culture, so you definitely have a voice.
Mostly I know fried chicken, Kool-Aid, stuff like that. It's true. It's true. It's a stereotype, honestly. But I think if it was an HBCU, it would definitely be different.
All right. Well, we'll be right back.
WJWZ with Tumka Montgomery.
Bring it up, bring it on, whatever.
Your midday diva, Diamond Tyler.
That's how this supposed to be. Now turn the beat up.
From 9 to 2 p.m. on 97.9.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tune in.
I'm Diamond Tyler, and you're watching Ladies Room Millennials.
Back on the issue of talking about NYU apologizing to the students about serving fried chicken, smashed yams, collard greens, cornbread. I'm getting hungry when I'm talking about it. Watermelon water and Kool-Aid. When I first read the article, honestly, I was looking at it like, wow, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Wow, Kool-Aid. But then as I kind of sat in it a little bit, I'm like, I grew up on Kool-Aid. So is that really a bad thing? I never drunk watermelon water, but I've had watermelon juice. But that's a new thing.
Yeah.
That's a very, very new thing. Maybe like within this last 2 years. That's definitely not something that the culture actually drank until now. It was never a thing. At least for me, I'd never experienced that. And then like the food, I embraced it so well because if it was me, nothing against you, Nia Harrison, but if it was me walking in and then now knowing that the cooks are black, I know the food's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, the food's gonna be really good. The problem for me was, in the whole issue was, when I think about other cultures, their cultures is so celebrated throughout their food, so why can't ours? If it's a person coming from a totally different country, because we're talking about NYU, they have so many international students. So just think about somebody that lives in a totally different country that never had like collard greens, smashed yams, cornbread, like some of these things and staples that we were raised on. They don't know what Kool-Aid is, They probably had fried chicken, but they didn't have fried chicken the way we eat fried chicken with the skin on it, very crispy. Like some of our staples, this is an introduction of them saying, oh, they like flavor. I understand. I see their culture because our culture, when it comes through music, through our art, through our words, that's televised so much, and so many people adopt that. We can't ever leave out our food.
Yeah, and I think, for example, when the Chinese New Year comes around, I remember in high school, they try and make like Chinese food and stuff like that, and it's just like, I think they're just trying to let everybody know that this is what month it is. We're trying to include everybody, but I think Black people are so protective of their people that when they see any form of like maybe disrespect or any form of their culture being made fun of, they're like, hold up, let me stand up for my people. Like even if it isn't coming from another Black person, it's like, okay, brother, okay, sister. Let's think about what we're really doing. Like, do we really want people who aren't a part of our culture, taking part of it but don't really understand?
I agree. I do think, though, like you said earlier, you have a lot of millennials and people who know their history, know their roots, and then you have the people. I think I can say that it's in our DNA to buck, to clap back or whatever. So I think with the young lady, the NYU student, I think it was just a part of her natural reaction, because it is sensitive, maybe not to me or to you, but it's sensitive. Certain things we have a way of finding something wrong with something if we don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So I think in with, speaking on how she reacted, I think that's the natural DNA. Like, hey, like, it's natural for us to buck into, rebel against stuff that has to do with our culture.
Yeah.
See, I think she made an issue out of no issue. And I don't mean to even come at her in a harsh way, but I definitely think I wasn't there, so I'm only going off of what was put out, I think she made an issue out of an issue, and I think that next time, because I'm thinking of the future, next time when they think about celebrating us in any sort of way, they're going to think about it. And I don't think that this was a big enough issue of them serving food coming from us, meaning being prepared from us, or it had to be an issue of saying, all right, let's not cook their food, let's not serve their food, which means that we're not going to celebrate, we're not going to be celebrated. So we have a problem not being celebrated, and we also have a problem with being celebrated.
It has to be celebrated the right way.
But
your right way is
the right way. It's always being dissected, cut, stripped down, criticized.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how it is.
But it doesn't have to be. We're millennials. We can create the change.
Absolutely.
There's Generation Z coming up that are fighting for change so hard. So change definitely needs to come. Talking about Generation Z, the Never Again movement, which was started by the kids in the Florida high school that had the shooting of the 17 kids, which was horrific. I just recently was headlining was how the school officer didn't go in. There was a shooting, I think, for approximately 6 minutes. He didn't even step into the line of fire. He stayed outside for 4 minutes knowing what was going on. And the school still shut down. The kids still haven't went back to school. Some of the kids are not even attending funerals, which is, a big thing when a massacre like this happens. But they are finding time to fight back, to march to the Capitol to say, hey, these laws need to be changed. And I find so much of a problem with the fact that they had to leave their city, their county, to march up to the Capitol to enforce laws to be changed, which I understand. Laws are changed at the Capitol, but they actually start in your city and your county. So for these kids to be like in the 16, 17 era, how do you guys feel about their fight?
I think it's absolutely incredible and super brave of them because, they're young, but they're going against the government, and even adults have problems, or even adults have they hold themselves back from pushing through with things when it comes to confronting a council, a city council, or the White House, and for them to be so young and to understand that it takes change to make things happen is absolutely incredible. And they're not just tweeting about it. They're doing something.
They're showing up.
Physically showing up.
Yeah.
And it's like waking people up like, wow, this is bigger than just, Florida going through their tragedy. This is about the country. Like, there's been multiple school shootings. But these students have had enough. Their friends were lost. I saw an interview of a girl who, watched her friend die. She watched her friend get shot and she died. And no student should have to go through that.
How do you even cope with moving forward, going back to the same school, having, I guess nightmares, or being able to recall certain situations taking place, knowing that change hasn't happened, or even it's not even
the president
in the works?
I couldn't even imagine that because I know on the videos you saw kids laying in the floor in front of lockers. So it's like just to have that implanted in your mind, if I were to come back, it would be horrible.
Well, with the Never Again movement, they're basically saying you're either for us or against us.
And I think ultimately it comes down to that. It's like you either want to protect us
or you don't. So how can you say, go back to school, get an education, learn, and be confined in this place with no protection?
Yeah, I think it's super, super brave of them. And I know as a young woman, going through what not experiencing what they've experienced, but just kind of going through the same time period. I don't know if I would have the courage, you know, to do some of the things that they're doing. Like they're on the news giving speeches. Like that takes so much strength.
It does.
And I commend all of them. And I just hope they know that they have people behind them, even if the president is against it, even if it seems like, you know, the government is not supporting them, the people are. And I think that's what makes the most difference. Like once the people really come together, you know, that's when change starts.
But it's kind of like city commissioners, the deans, the superintendents, like people that are located in the same city and county that they are in, that, you know, they should be the ones going to the Capitol, making phone calls and stuff like that. But so being that they had to skip over all that because they're watching TV and they're seeing things are being taken away and things that are not needed to help keep them safe. So just think about this. You got to be 18 to buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
You have to be 18 to buy a gun, 21 to buy alcohol, and 25 to legally rent a car. Already with the age limit, there's like some change that needs to be made with that. Anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. And like even with like how you said they have to skip over, you know, all those votes in Florida. I think it has a greater impact at these kids and not
it has
those
a major
on the front
impact.
line. I know it caught my attention.
Our first response was, that sounded a lot like a gunshot. And we close the door. And we tell our teacher she closes the door. And right after she does that, the fire alarm gets pulled. So right now we're in a school. An active shooter. It's not a drill. And it's currently...
Hello?
It's 2:52.
Where are you right now?
I heard one gunshot. We thought it was a drill initially, but it's not.
I think they're not prepared, and I don't think they'll ever be prepared for something as strong as me and my colleagues, my friends, my families in this community. They aren't prepared for what's coming. They can hide as long as they want, but they have to understand that the public has had enough. The kids have had enough. The teachers, the families, everybody, even Marco Rubio is talking about change. And although they aren't prepared right now, they better get prepared because change is coming.
Every single person up here today, all these people should be at home grieving. But instead, we are up here, standing together because if all our government and president can do is send thoughts and prayers, then it's time for victims to be the change that we need to see.
Thank you, ladies, so much for coming on the show, covering all this amazing content. I love it. So let me know what you guys have coming up, where we can find you.
Well, you can find me on Instagram for one. I'm at Lauren.Ashli, ASHLI. I'm on Twitter at Miss Lauren _Ashli. My Snapchat, Miss Lauren _Ashli. My website, www.laurenashli.com. And you can have, you can find all of like my stilettos information on there. YouTube is Lauren Ashli, I believe. So yeah, I'm pretty much Lauren Ashli on everything.
And stilettos with Lauren Ashli, that's the hashtag.
Yes, I hashtag all of my videos from my class, hashtag stilettos with Lauren Ashli, and my classes are every Thursday, 8 p.m. at 4051 Stone Mountain Highway. Beginners, intermediate, like everybody comes together, advanced, just to really enjoy dance and have fun with each other. And it's not just like a class where, you know, you're trying to, you know, improve, but it's just a circle. We can all just come together to have fun, dance to our favorite songs. So I think, you know, anybody that can come, like I said, skill level does not matter, you know, come out, have fun.
You're doing that, the dance to that Christian Combs song, right?
Yes, that's on my Instagram. Oh my gosh, yeah. Christian Combs just came out with a song with Chris Brown, and I posted that video on my Instagram.
I like it. I like it. And where can we find you, Diamond?
I'm going to be at Lauren Ashley's class.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Find us here.
You can follow me on all social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, at Diamonds Highlier. And then my nonprofit-based organization is called Women on Air. So it's for women. If you're watching this and you you are interested in radio and television, it's a great platform. Follow the page. There's a lot of good stuff going on. I have a brunch coming up March 24th. It's the second brunch in Montgomery, so I'm excited about that.
I'm not, but get in my little car and drive that.
Yeah, I would love if you can.
Okay.
I would love for you guys.
I called you about that and told you I was gonna check you out.
I need you. If you can, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I like seeing growth. Well, thank you so much, ladies, again. Thank you guys so much for watching Ladies Room Millennials. As you know, we're on episode 3, and I'm so blessed to have Diamond Tyler and Lauren Ashli on the show. Make sure you guys follow their hashtags. Diamond Tyler is Diamond Daily Deposits, and Lauren Ashli is Stilettos with Lauren Ashli. And just check them out. You'll find so many amazing things going on with them. I want to leave you guys with this quote, and it's by Michelle Obama. It kind of resonated with me this week so much. And the quote is, "When they go low, you go high." Thank you so much for watching. I'm Chanel Kissa, and you're watching Ladies and Millennials.